That's a
Oh
problem.
crap! It's Thursday.
It is. It sure is.
Yeah, don't worry. You have 3 strikes.
3 strikes.
Yeah,
Alright,
if
let
that's
me
even
move
still
some
an
stuff
action
around.
item.
That way I am ready to go. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's gonna be us until Evan shows up. So,
Who's Tom? It's just a new one.
Tom. Tom is the guy that joined last week. He never created his characters.
Uh,
Then I sent him a message. I think it was last week at some point, and then I want to say yesterday or Tuesday he answered saying that he realized that he doesn't have time to play though, so he's going to be leaving the game.
oh, okay.
Yeah, very weird. All right, so um, I believe none of you are survivors from the last campaign, right?
Technically, my character was, but I didn't know if I was gonna play her or not, based on what she's
Okay, so
infected or
maybe
whatever.
you could be. All right, well, it's up to you. I mean, whatever you want to do. But if you play your character, you're probably going to be contacted for that reason. Otherwise, you're just going to. Depending on what. Hold on, let me see what your other character is. Cam, Cam. Dilettante. I can see you being interested in this mission if you play the other characters. It's up to you what you want to play. Who are you playing, Dan?
Uh, I think I'm gonna risk it with Anger's Trench.
Okay. All right. So,
So I
I
just have to
have
Angus.
roll like a power roll every now and then.
All right.
I have the antiquarian or I have the dilettante.
Well, it's up to you.
I just saw the post in Discord about swimming. Neither one of them has more than 20 in swim,
Well,
so
I don't think any of your characters, unless you made one new one, is gonna have anything for swimming. So, I don't think you made any new characters, did you? I'm sorry. I could. If you talked, I couldn't hear you. Did you make any new characters?
who me? No,
Yeah,
Uh,
the
n-
team.
Kim. No, you did not. Okay. I can't remember who I gave new character sheets on that. But okay. So all right. So then do you want to use the dilettante or do you want to use the antiquarian? It's up to you.
We'll use the antiquarian.
Okay. All right. So then you receive a letter with an invitation from a gentleman, and there's a picture on the letter of a medallion. Let me see if I can show you what the medallion looks like. Just a second. And ultimately, Sylvia, Sylvia Kemp, you will be receiving the same. And however, due to your profession as an antiquarian, you will find that medallion very interesting, and it will definitely draw you um, to find out where it is. How did you get them, and where you can get your hands on it so you can see it. The letter states that. Let me see what's his name. It's from John DeLuck, and it's addressed individually to each one of you. It says that he is has heard of your incredible work in the mysterious, in that although that he has not anything of the caliber of the last mission that you did when it comes to the strange, he states in his letter that he has found the location of the city of Atlantis, and he is willing to hire your services for you to assist him into locating such city, and possibly go in there and with him, of course, and coming back. So if you're interested, he leaves an address for you to meet him in Arkham. Right, let's say like the address is gonna be like right there. So, questions?
Hmm.
I'm really interested. I think I should check this out.
This seems a bit far-fetched. Well, I would love to see how insane this man is.
Very well. Very well. All right. So he states in the letter that he's going to meet you on, let's say that now is Monday, so on Tuesday at 10 a.m. So he'll meet you on Tuesday at, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning. So the next day.
Okay.
Do you want to skip to that point, or is there anything you want to do?
No,
I
I'm good.
don't think there's anything in particular I want to know. Yeah.
All right. Very well. So, comes Tuesday at 9 o'clock. You guys knock on the door. A big, heavy-set gentleman around the age of, I don't know, mid-30s opens the door. He's got half a cigar left in his mouth that he's been smoking for a while. One eye open, the other one maybe a little bit open. You can tell the smoke of the cigar is kind of bothering him, not letting him see. He's got a sailor's hat, wearing a t-shirt. He looks at you and says, who are you? What do you guys want?
I received a letter that I was supposed to meet somebody here.
Oh, you guys are the people that are into strange stuff. Okay, just come in. And he leaves the door open and turns around and starts walking in. He figures that you're gonna close it on your way in. And as he walks in, he screams, "John, your people are here." You see this older gentleman just pop out of one room. He's got a gray beard, not too long, very well taken care of. He also has a captain's hat. He is also wearing just a t-shirt, regular pants. He's like, "Welcome, welcome. I am very happy that you guys can make my acquaintance. My name is John DeLocke, and I have a proposition for you good people that I think you will find entertaining. I am sure that you guys have received my letter, and as I stated in the letter, nothing that I can offer you is as glamorous or as crazy as what you guys have been through in the past few months. I mean, I have heard of I have heard stories of what happened. Um, I've been trying to conduct investigations as to who would be the best type of people for me to contact for an endeavor like this. And by all means, I have to admit that you definitely stood out. Um, this is Robert Johnson. He points at the another gentleman. Robert Johnson is a millionaire. He's dressed very well. He smells like flowers. He's smoking a pipe, sitting down over there. He doesn't necessarily provide eye contact with either of you. And John says, so Robert is funding our expedition. And yes, this is by all means an expedition. So let me tell you about it if you're interested. This is only going to take about 5 minutes of your time, and if you decide that this is not for you, then by all means, you're more than welcome to leave. So he tells you, you see this medallion. I'm very sure I sent you a picture of the medallion with the letter. This medallion was given to me by my father. He told me that originally it came out of the city of Atlantis. And for the longest time, my father looked for that city and he couldn't find it. And I looked most of my life, if not all of it, excuse me, until this point. And I think I found its location. So he pulls out a map. And he says, well, you see, do you recognize this area? As you can tell, this is the Bahamas area, right next to the coast of Florida. And
What's a Florida?
yeah, and as you can see, most people normally call this area right over here the Bermuda Triangle. You probably have heard of this place maybe more commonly during this time as the Devil's Triangle. It says, well, turns out that we had some connections to the army, and the army was conducting experiments over there, and they found a cave that is pretty large. And they went inside and they saw many crazy things. One of them was an image engraved on one of the caves that resembles this medallion. So I'm pretty sure that entrance is the entrance to the city of Atlantis. I am willing to pay you, nice people, $1,000 total for your troubles, for coming with me, just checking out the place, looking at it, and maybe, just coming back, being famous afterward as the discoverers of the lost city of Atlantis. And that's it. That's all it takes. We just go, we look, and we come back.
You have the actual medallion here.
Yes, I'm wearing it over here on my neck. Do you see it?
Can I see it? I was gonna try to use like archaeology or something to see if it looks real.
Oh yeah, sure. Here, he lets you hold it.
I don't know anything about it.
Do I have anything to investigate? Let me see. So it's medallion. Engineering won't help with that.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to do with history, unfortunately.
Would
Maybe
you
a chemistry
gentlemen,
check
I mean,
could help.
would you gentlemen and lady be interested in earning some easy money?
And finding Atlantis, absolutely. We'd be famous.
Very well.
I don't know if you're entirely sane, but I've only so many years left.
Well, um, I do have some good news. He says, if you do decide to go with me, dear Robert Johnson over here has purchased a submarine for us to use. It is a prototype.
Yep, I'm in.
It is a prototype of one of the Army's submarine. It was a shorter, smaller version. It can accommodate only maybe 10 to 12 people at one time. It doesn't move as fast as a regular submarine, but it does everything else that a regular submarine will do. I am bringing some of the crew with me. It's going to be 3 of us from the crew. Obviously, Robert Johnson is coming too. And then it'll be both of you. And then there's another fellow that may end up coming. So we'll see at some point. But if you do decide that you want to go, please be over here at the docks tomorrow morning, and we should leave just right from here. We'll load up everything in this area, right here where the docks are, and we'll be gone. Trip should take maybe a week and a half.
Is there anything we need to bring?
We're gonna provide the food and everything else. I'm not necessarily sure that you will be able to bring anything of use that we don't currently have in the submarine. You know, because ultimately, in order to get out of the submarine, if you ever need to, is whether, you know, once we're floating, or you know, we're gonna provide you with a diving gear if you need to dive down for you to be able to breathe. But other than that, maybe, you know, if you want to, I wouldn't necessarily advise you to, but if you want to, you can bring a handgun. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what you will use it for either. But, you know, you don't want to bring a lot of stuff either, because we might not be able to fit it. So I would just say bring what you have on you, and not, you know, pick a handgun or maybe a knife. That'll probably be more useful.
All right, so we'll see you there in the morning.
All right, very well. So he the big guy comes back out. He escorts you out the door. All right, so do you guys want to do anything until the next day, or you guys are good?
Right. I hate to introduce this character, but if it is just us two going into the depths of the ocean, I may need to bring more Combat competent individual in Civil Forward.
More. Okay. You can
Mm.
still change. That's fine. Hold on. Hold on. What? Albert Weatherford or who are you talking about?
Sir Philip Lyons. Oh, I don't want to reintroduce him, but yeah, if it's just us two going to the depths, I really don't want
So who are
to
you
have a
bringing?
decrepit
Well, it's
67-year-old
not necessarily going
Sir
to be
Philip
just you
Lyons.
two because Evan might show up at some point, and then next week, I'm sure this is going to continue. It's not going to be short. So,
Okay, I'll
um,
stick to Angus in that case.
I mean, if you want to change, you can change, but I don't necessarily would advise you to bring Philip Lyons to this. This is not the mission for him on the water. Um, Philip Lyons will be great if you're going to break into an asylum. It will be perfect
He
for
would
that.
be out of the armor for reference.
Right. Let me see. What is this guy? Con man. Okay. Mm. And Waterford is what? A professor. Yeah. Well, you
He's
know
not a
what?
scientist, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's up to you. I mean, hold on. What? How old is Waterford? 31.
Rutherford, yeah. He's in his 30s.
And you are 67. So
67.
yeah, I'm not sure that your guy's gonna last a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's already not that lost because of the mind control thing. But
yeah, let's just bring Waterford for you then. That would be more
yeah.
believable that you're going to that mission.
Yeah, the only justification for Angus is just he has not many years left, and he just wants to do something fun before he dies,
All right.
which
So
isn't much of a justification.
so um do you guys want to do anything before you go into the mission? Anything at all?
Have a good meal at a good restaurant, because God knows what they're going to feed you on a submarine.
Okay.
That's a good point, actually.
About it?
Yeah, that's really good. That comes to mind at least.
Okay.
Have a good meal at a good restaurant.
Okay. Very well. All right. So you guys show up the next day.
Albert, you look a lot like this guy I know named Angus.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be nice about
Yes, I
it.
haven't changed my picture yet.
I'm gonna be nice about it. I don't want you to just. I could not be nice, but yeah, I might as well just be nice. So, roll intelligence, both of you. See what you come up with.
Intelligence, okay.
Native roll, yay!
All right. All right.
Which has
So-
extreme success, okay.
That
sure.
medallion definitely looks very strange. So, Kimberly, you end up thinking that you're probably, it would be a good idea maybe to see what you can find out, if you can find anything. I mean, ultimately, you're going to go to the middle of the sea to just risk your life for a medallion that you think is just pretty interesting.
I could go to the library and see if I can find anything on it, or
Yeah.
check the occult section if I thought it looked occult.
Yeah, and then maybe you guys should,
Yeah.
come
We should
up
probably
with
do some
a
research before we go into life-threatening waters.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I'll head to the library.
all right. So you guys head on to the library. Once you get to the library, You enter, and librarian just smiles at you nicely, and you start looking. So go ahead and roll your library use.
Yay,
Yeah, I
Albert.
just realised this guy has a high library use. So I better get a usage on it.
All right. So this is what you find. You find a copy of. Hold on, let me make sure that I don't have anything weird on this. Okay. You find a copy of Atlantis and the Lost Lemuria. And this work is an omnibus volume published in 1919 of the author's two earlier volumes, The Story of Atlantis and The Lost Lemuria, of one written in 1896 and the other one 1904. The book, being a mix of both books, speaks of the city of Atlantis and how to enter it. And I'm going to put the information over here so you know exactly what it is. Boom. The book will take 1d3 weeks to read fully. And it will provide a spell.
Oh, okay, that's... how long do we have until we're going to see?
Next day.
Okay.
Speed reader?
We have a lot of time.
Well, you don't have a lot of time, but you can definitely learn, try to start practicing that spell, and, better than nothing. And you can at least
Might
skim
ask
through the
what
book.
spell is.
You can skim through the book. You don't have to read the whole thing. Read the book will be just to learn the spell, to perfect it.
Okay, for skimming it, what kind of information do we get?
Alright, so the spell is called Drowning. And it just makes your enemies pretty much get their lungs full of water and start drowning.
So this is an underwater, what do you call it? Underwater campaign. So I kind of feel like there's going to be a lot of aquatic monsters we're coming up against.
We'll see.
It's a good spell, but I don't know if it's ideal for the campaign.
So the damage will be, well, it will cost a 1d5 sanity when used against another investigator, and I want to say that it'll take 3 turns to kill somebody. Within 3 turns, you'll kill, your enemy, provided that it breathes air. And that is because, somebody doesn't suffocate like right away. They can hold their breath. However, the book, after skimming it a little bit, it will tell you how Atlantis used to be, one of the biggest and best cities, and that eventually it got submerged and lost underwater. It will have different images. Let me see if I can provide you with some. Okay, there we go. So one of the images in the book is going to be this. Let's see. Another one's going to be this. Image. And the last one. Just a moment. That.
Oh. Okay. Out of interest, how long is the voyage going to be?
Well, one way just to get there is gonna take about a week.
Okay.
So technically, if you roll the 1d3 and you get only 1 week, you can read the book on the way there.
Go for it.
I suppose you might as well. It's not like I can do anything else with the book, so. Yep.
So, are you gonna roll?
Oh, yes, sorry. Slash roll. Sorry.
There you go.
1 week. There we go.
Nice.
All right.
I can learn the drowning spell
So
to deal with
let me
the
see if I
mermaids
have any
god
more
fight.
information to give you from the book, or at least from the library. So story says that since it was submerged underwater, there have been sightings of mermaids and mermen, living in the city. That something must have happened that changed man. That apparently is there in a cavern, as I told you, in the Devil's Triangle area. Um, and that's it. There's no mention of that triangle. However, the book will have an image with that shape in that. I mean, the same image of the triangle will be drawn in the book. And that's what you get so far. Do you guys want to do anything else at all, or are you done?
Well, I don't have no ideas.
Okay. Fair enough. Very well. So, then we're going to move to the next day. So, you guys show up the next day at the docks. You get into the submarine. This guy's already waiting for you. He cheers you up when you come in. He's like, "Hey, you guys, nice to see you." He's so excited that he's wearing his diving gear already. Not the captain, but Robert Johnson, the dilettante. He's already wearing diving gear, and when you come in, the captain, John DeLocke, he looks at you and he says, you can tell who is experienced and also who is and who's not a sailor right away. But unfortunately, some commodities are more expensive than they seem. And at that point, Robert Johnson just gave him a look. It's like, look, I just want us to get there. I'm ready to jump on the water, ready to see this place. I was told that there is infinite riches and that there is infinite history and knowledge to obtain from this. I'm excited. And the captain goes ahead and says, well, yeah, that's true. But that's what we have these experts here that are coming with. And I also have enrolled a couple of extra men to come with us. They are going to be working around the boat, and those extra men are going to be the rest of the investigators in case of this campaign tend to last, long. And, by the time Evan comes on, he's already on the submarine. So, eventually, you guys leave. And as you guys leave, do you guys want to do anything on the submarine other than read, or you just want to skip to that point?
No,
Uh,
I don't think so.
it could be something to gain from trying to talk with some of the crew.
It's up to you, really.
See if there's any old wives' tales to share. I roll up persuade.
No, you notice that
Anything of that sort.
the captain, if you want to do spy hidden, you can do that.
Spot hidden.
Yeah,
Damn. Okay. I fail. I see nothing.
yeah. You can also, Cam, if you want to roll spy hidden, you can.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys don't notice anything out of the
okay. I guess we're
ordinary.
not doing anything then.
Alright, so finally you guys get there. Right here. And finally, underwater, this submarine is very different, actually. This submarine has a front made out of a thick crystal, like almost as hard as diamond, but it's not diamond because it will be too expensive. But it's something that is very very hard, and it's like a big window in the front that allows you to see underwater. And so as you arrive, the captain orders that the hatch be open so they can look through the window. And the captain finally manages to see this huge cavern that it just happens to be underwater. And surprised that the submarine will actually fit through the opening. And you hear the captain says, "Okay, let's head in." You can imagine that not everybody was super thrilled when the captain said that. The dilettante says, "Hey, I thought we would we were gonna leave the submarine outside. I mean, we don't know what's inside of that cavern. What if we hit something and we can knock it out? Like, what if we break the submarine? How are we gonna make it back?" And the captain says, "Well, that is a risk I am willing to take. I am willing to say that this is not the first submarine that made it there. And I know that in my tales, what I've been told is that by my daddy, that he dived down there. But I am sure that
Okay,
we
well, I
can
failed
make it
persuade anyway.
with a submarine there. I'm sure we can see everything. And if we see that the room starts getting too small, then we can ultimately get out and dive."
Well, unless somebody else, like one of the crew or maybe Kim, can convince this guy to not be a crazy SOB, yeah, this could be very disastrous.
And this is pretty much
Mm.
what you see when he's approaching the like entering the cave, the cavern.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
It's like, oh, but see, look, it opens to the side and to the middle. I think we can fit through there. We will be fine.
Well, so I failed my persuade roll, so I can't convince you otherwise. But this is an incredibly reckless maneuver.
It's like, it seems fairly roomy to me. I don't know. Let's put it to a vote. He says. I mean, well, we're not gonna put it to a vote. Then he says, "I'm the captain here." And after a little bit more, you see that the cavern. Hold on. The cavern.
So how much is everyone getting paid for this again?
$1,000.
$1,000. Okay. I guess that's fair then.
The cavern looks more like this after a while.
Oh, okay, that's a bit better. That's a bit more.
So
I'm
it's
sure
like,
if the captain thinks it'll fit, it'll fit.
yeah,
Well, I don't know about that.
he continues going, and eventually, you see that there's an area where you guys get that there's, it's kind of like an ending area, but you see through the window of the submarine that there's two large discs on the side with a huge lever. And this lever, I mean, it doesn't necessarily look like it's anything naturally made. It looks like it's something, that at some point somebody made. It could be man made, for all you know. And obviously unfortunately the boat will not fit through there because there's like an opening right next to where that lever is, and from the boat you cannot see through that opening. That's pretty much as far as the submarine will get you at that point. So you will have to either turn back, or at that point the captain will say, well, how about we try to spin that lever, and we'll see what happens.
Can I make an intelligence roll?
Sure. Yeah.
Does that seem like the best idea?
Well, I mean, you don't know anything about it. I mean, anything could happen from the cave coming down on you to, I don't know, maybe an opening open.
Okay, can I roll
Or
in
anything.
geology to see if like the landscape seems unstable at all?
From inside of the submarine?
Oh, yeah. Geology is a lot more of an applied science, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work for you. It's like, so the captain says, well, I have your diving gear over here. I'm going to send also Robert along with you, and we'll have Melissa stay on the boat, and you, Albert, and Robert, both of you go spin that lever over there. And ultimately, if you still need help, I can always send Melissa to help you guys. But, she's a woman, so she's not going to be having a lot more strength than what you possibly can have. Remember, this is 1920s. Nothing against women.
My strength's 55.
So, so that's what he says, and he's like, "You guys go get your diving suits on." What do you say to that, Dan?
I don't know if I'm particularly the strongest bloke. As you can look at me, I kind of have noodles for arms. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Don't see any reason to oppose. I'd like to get a closer look at the local landscape.
All right. So, you guys get your diving gear on, and off you jump. After you jump, you see that there's these hoses attached to the submarine that provide you with air. as you are on the water.
Okay.
The cavern's pretty dark. However, the submarine has lights everywhere, and it just lights up the whole area. You can see pretty much everything. As you approach the lever, you look, and when you look through the opening, it's kind of like a window. You see that there's a whole set of stairs that go down, and the whole set of stairs goes down to what the actual city of Atlantis. You can see a whole city from up there.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
do you want to spin the lever?
Okay, can I roll my geology now to see if that would do anything?
Yes.
You know,
I need
less
a
than
minute.
favorable.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You ready for me? Okay, hold on.
Okay, so we found Atlantis. Game over.
Yeah, we finished the game. He gets to see Atlantis, and we go home with $1,000. Good campaign, guys.
All right. So, go ahead and Dan, roll your strength.
My strength. Okay. Alright, turn the wheel. Yes. Well, I biffed it.
Ooh, 55.
Yeah, I'm not very strong.
Just a second. Let's see what Robert can do. Just a second. Okay. All right, so between the both of you,
Good job, Robert.
managed to spin the lever. The lever starts spinning slowly, and as the lever spins, you notice that it gets to spin to the point that you cannot control it anymore, and you have to let it go. And the water level starts dropping. It drops to the point that now the submarine is still underwater, but the top of the submarine is not. And you're pretty much just standing over there on the cave, but you're completely off the water. Like you're standing up, you're breathing air at this point. Now, when you look out, again, you see that this whole city now is not covered in water. So a gate opens from the submarine, and obviously Albert and obviously John and Kim are both there. And John says, "What did you guys do? How did you accomplish that?"
We turned the lever like you asked us to.
So this is what the cave that you're in looks like. Now after spinning the wheel or the lever.
Oh, it was a wheel. I misspoke.
Yeah, like the lever. It was a lever. Yeah. Well, I guess it did work. All right, let's go. Let's go see what's down there. What did you guys see down there? Is there anything out there? I can recognize
so
that.
To him, and we can turn back.
He says, "I can recognize that logo or that symbol over there by the lever. I'm pretty sure you guys can recognize it too." Is the go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Okay, hopefully I pass for once. Yes.
And you notice that it is the same symbol as John's necklace, medallion, whatever. It's like, oh my goodness! Great Scott, we're so close! I am pretty sure that place has got to be here. Did you guys see a door opening or something? And then he sees that opening over there on the side. He's like, what is out there? He sees that staircase that goes down into the city. Like, oh my goodness, there is the city. Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go look.
Before that, what exactly do you plan to do once we reach the city?
And Robert says, wait. Shouldn't we go prepared in some sort of way before we go down there? He says, well, yeah, you should take your diving gear off. I don't think we're going to need it right now. He's like, well, yeah, but what are we going to do down there? Like, well, we're gonna look around. We're gonna try to gather some history of this place so we can bring into the new world. We have made the biggest discovery in humankind since the last 100 years. So it's like very excited about it.
Right, so what was this man's career again?
Who's?
How's he made so much money in his life? What is he?
Roberts?
Yeah. No.
He's a millionaire. No, the captain is not.
Nice.
He doesn't have
Okay.
much money.
Okay, so Robert's just
Robert is funding the whole expedition.
okay.
And when the captain says that this is going to be the biggest discovery of the last 100 years, Robert says, yeah, I'm counting on that. My name is going to be on that. That's what I'm paying for. So,
This captain doesn't seem very good at his job.
well, he's
He's
very
a little bit
old.
reckless
He's like
about this.
almost 90 years old right now.
90?
Yeah.
Flaming hell, okay. Yeah, he's probably getting that beyond onset dementia. Okay.
So,
Nerd.
I'm like, okay, fine. Here. And he hands you guys a bag. He hands you your gun in case you need it. And then he hands you a flashlight.
Oh, he's not even joining us.
No, he is going with you. However,
Okay, good.
down there, you see that there's a little bit of light, but there's not a lot of light. There's some crystals that are providing light to the city. However, he's not sure as to how bright they will be. So therefore, I mean, they look bright enough from where you're at, but up close, it might not necessarily be super bright. So therefore, he tells you that you can use a flashlight to look around. We're just gonna go look and see what we can discover and what we can gather to bring us as proof, and ultimately, if we can bring enough proof, we can bring bigger expeditions over here to come and bring everything from here to the new world. Just imagine how famous you guys are going to be. What?
Hmm.
I grabbed my little briefcase to take too.
Nice. He says, just imagine how famous you guys will be. You will be one of the most famous female historians ever.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. Okay, I need just a second. Sammy, you have to do this before bed. Alright, sorry about that. So, ultimately, the captain, Robert, and you two guys, along with the other sailors that were coming, 3 other guys, starts going down the stairs. There's a set of rock-made stairs that they are just perfect. It's almost as if they were perfectly chiseled to the point that you have never seen something made so perfectly. And it's almost incredible to think that will look like that, naturally, consider that the city is completely buried underwater inside of a cavern. At the same time, you notice that there's no vegetation growing on it. There's no algae. You guys continue heading down there, and you start seeing all these statues that the images of the statues that I sent you. You see the mermaids. You see a huge image of that necklace that he has, and he screams, "Oh my God, we found it! I knew it! We found it!" There's a huge temple on the very back. He says, "We have to go there. That's where we will find our proof, and we can bring it back. I can't wait to be rewarded for this."
Does anybody have a camera?
In the
Camera.
underwater? Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Well,
nobody
they might
brought
have
a
taken it
camera.
on the ship, maybe.
Yeah, no, they didn't bring a camera.
Yeah, neither did
We don't have Jake this time around, so we can't do this.
Yeah, they didn't bring a camera.
Well, I have a sketch pad. I can start making sketches of things.
Okay.
That could work.
So you start making sketches. You guys start walking, and you start hitting around. You see obviously algae growing in different places. You see different crystals. The architecture looks very Greek in style. Um, there's some huge crystals, and go ahead, roll Spahin. When you look on the water,
Very extreme.
when you look at the water, you definitely see a woman for a second. And then a second after, the woman's gone, but obviously the tail of a fish shows up. And it's just leaving.
Not sure I like that.
Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that. That was rather creepy, wasn't it? Must have been a trick of the light.
It's like I think being so far down, it's just affecting us. We might be seeing things that are not there. I mean, how can there be anybody surviving this long down here? It's impossible.
Maybe it was just a reflection of one of the statues.
Yeah, it could be. Most likely, yeah. You're probably right. John says. John has a French accent, by the way, when he talks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
how I feel about it now.
go ahead. You guys continue walking and go ahead and roll. Listen.
Oof. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Drippy and echoey. I can't hear anything.
Oh, that's beyond dripping. Drippy and echoing. You are, like, gonna lose hearing in an ear or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Kim, you notice that your character's ears pop. And when they pop, you suddenly can't hear anything at this point in time. Like anything at all. Go ahead and roll your luck.
Shite. Okay, this makes a lot more sense from the Jake scenario, though, because of the differential pressure.
Alright, so you notice that, you don't feel anything when you touch your ears. I mean, you feel your ears, but you just can't hear anything. Since your ears have popped. And they popped to the point that it kind of hurt when it popped. But yeah, your sense of hearing is gone so far.
I'm like yelling, Albert! Albert! I can't hear anything!
I don't know. I don't know sign language, and I doubt she does either. Because I don't know. Fuck. Well, we're kind of fucked here.
What did you say?
Don't worry about it. I wave my hands in weird, mystifying ways. Don't worry about it.
I just look confused.
Absolutely no way of communicating. I'm just
I
waving
have
my
a
hands
notepad
around like
with
an
a
idiot.
pencil and paper.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
So the captain says, "Shh, be quiet. I think I heard something." And Robert tells the captain, "Oh, you heard that too?" Yeah, that was a very, very strange noise. I don't know what could be. So, right after that, the same noise happens again. And go ahead and roll. Listen again. Except for Kim.
Kim just doesn't get the opportunity.
No. Okay.
How
No,
long
you
should
don't
we
hear
do that
anything.
for?
But the captain just points out, and he's like, "Look out there!" And obviously, you
And
guys
Kim
can
just
see the
keeps
captain
going.
pointing. And when the captain's pointing, you see this women with fish tails just swimming on the water, just jumping like dolphins and going underwater, and also men.
So I read the Atlantis book, right?
Yes.
So I know about this.
Well, yeah. You notice
So
that
do I
in
know
the
to be
book,
wary of
in
these
the book,
guys?
well, yeah, you're gonna roll some sanity along with our dearest Melissa. She's gonna have to roll
Well,
sanity too.
actually, I think she has to roll a spot hidden first because she wouldn't have heard the
No,
captain
but she would have
say,
seen the
"Look at that."
captain pointing out. And
Okay, fair enough.
yeah,
Oh,
Dang.
yeah. Go ahead and roll a one
yeah,
d
no.
three, Kim.
Your luck is not playing out with this. That's actually a really good sanity. Fuck.
And let's see.
Okay, thank God.
So, not too long after that, the captain says, "Guys, don't move, act casual, don't move." And you see that there's a lot of mermaids and mermen approaching from the shore, from every single side of the area where you're at.
It's dry where we're at, right? I mean, not dry, but we're
And
not like
they
standing up.
manage to get on the
Right.
land, and when they get on the land, their tails become feet and legs.
Ooh.
And they start walking towards you, and they have this very strange tridents on them.
Okay, I'm going to back up and stand behind Robert.
And they start
If anyone's
speaking to
taking
you.
tridents in.
And they start speaking to you. Do any of you speak Greek by any chance?
I did not take Greek as a major.
No. Okay.
Geology is my only interest.
Yeah, they start talking to you in Greek. And
No, I don't have Greek.
wow, 100 sniff rocks.
I'm very good at sniffing rocks.
So the old captain, approaches the one guy with the trident, talking to him. It's like, look, we're here. We're just visitors. We're humbled to be here in your area. Please do not hurt us. We come in peace. In peace. We're just come to admire your civilization. We are that connection to the outside world. In the moment that he says that, one of the mermen just saps him with a trident, and when he saps him, he just pulverizes him like completely. He's just loses half of his body like in one shot and dies. And then they point their tridents.
It was unexpected, but fuck.
And then they point their tridents at you, and they just say something, whatever, and you see that there's some of them behind you, and some of them in front of you, and they make you a sign like to follow them.
Okay, I was hoping they're going to say, "Don't go beyond this point. You can fuck off."
Nope, they want you to follow them.
Okay. Well, I don't really have any way of resisting, so yeah.
So you continue going, and as you continue going, you finally get to that big temple that you guys were heading to. In that big temple, you see that there's this huge guy that is just standing over there. He just jumps out of the water. Actually, he jumps out of the water, and he becomes from a giant fish like mermaid. Like, I'm trying to exaggerate the size of his body. He becomes a person, and when he becomes a person, he grabs a robe and puts it on him, and he puts a mask on, and the mask is, the face of Cthulhu, and he looks at you guys, and he says, something weird in Greek. He raises his hand, and with one hand, he's holding a very different trident. This one is golden. He hits the trident on the ground, and when he does that, the ground just shakes uncontrollably. Two huge circles emerge from the sides of the catacombs, or the caves, that are inside of that temple that you're in. In one of the mermen grabs one of you individually and brings them into those areas, into those circle areas that have emerged all of a sudden. And he points out that you need to stay there, and you need to stand there and not to move. He's just like pointing with the trident, making signs like, stay there. Go ahead and roll spy hidden.
Well,
All right.
okay, good.
So you notice that the cave is starting to light up. There seems to be a little current of water, very like a couple drops that start to generate in that area where you're standing, and seems to start spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. And the more it spirals, the quicker it goes, and it forms a wall of sorts that it almost like traps you in there. And after a few minutes, you see that the water just goes down. The mermen approach, and they pull you back down from there. And they force you to kneel. And when they force you to kneel, they point in those directions. And when they point in those directions, you see a light coming up very bright. And you see how an arm starts pulling out into reality.
Do I have any hearing coming back yet?
Nope. No, your hearing is gone. It's gone. Like, gone.
Oh, what, forever?
Yeah. You didn't take any
I
damage.
thought she pulled.
That's the good
shit.
news. But your hearing is gone.
Oh, shit.
So, at this point in time, go ahead and roll sanity, both of you.
Well, that's a major debuff for you. You are completely deaf. Forever.
Well, I could have had her get some, something else going on her head, considering that she rolled 100 on that.
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna be nice.
That's
She didn't take any damage, but she lost definitely her sense of hearing. So go ahead and roll a 1d5.
Even if we pass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Roll a 1d5.
for our sanity.
Oh, good.
All right. And this is what
You've
happens.
gone full. You have gone full insane. Oh,
This is what happens.
No.
You guys go ballistic the moment that you see Father Dagon and Mother Hydra manifest on those spots that you guys were standing. Then you kind of like take a deep breath, and you take it like a champ. You're like, okay, I gotta stay cool because my life depends on this. And Kim, your character unfortunately is not able to cope with everything that's happening. However, your character gets up and pushes away the person that was holding her down and starts running the hell out or the hell away. Um, at the same time, Robert uses that to his advantage because when you run, you pushed accidentally whoever was holding Robert down. So Robert gets up and he grabs a stick of dynamite that he was holding, and he screams to everybody, "Guys, let's go!" And he lights up 3 sticks of dynamite and throws them anywhere. He didn't really aim as to where he was throwing them. He just throws them out. More so to create a distraction. So he starts running too and trying to chase Kim at this point. Dan, what do you do?
Okay. So everybody is trying to fight back and run. How much danger do I look like I'm in if I stay calm?
If you stay put, well,
Yeah.
you have a couple of choices. You can stay put and A, eventually get killed by Father Dagon or Mother the Hydra. B, stay put and eventually get murdered by the merman or mermaid. C,
Okay, so there's no positive outcome for it.
C, stay there and eventually maybe get turned into a deep one in the best of the cases. D.
Okay, so there's no happy ending if I stay here then.
In D, the very last one, if you stay there, you almost have a good chance that accidentally Robert might throw a piece of dynamite that lands somewhat close to you, which will kill you and all the mermaid. Hopefully, all the mermaid and merman that are near you.
Okay, am I restrained or am I able to get to a safe distance and start blasting?
No, you're not restrained. They were just holding down with the trident. However, all of them are super busy at the moment now because all this just happened.
Okay, so I could safely start running away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start running away then.
All right. So then go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Extreme success. I am bolting.
Nice. You, Robert, finally catch up with Kim and all the other sailors. You manage to race up the stairs and find the submarine. At that point, you notice that the water seems to be slowly going up again. You guys go. Do you guys go inside of the submarine?
Can we spot any mermaids in the water at the moment? Around the submarine?
Can you what?
Would I be able to spot any mermaids waiting for us in the water?
Well, no, you can just walk into the submarine. You don't have to jump in the water to get in the submarine.
I am running to the submarine.
Okay, I will get into the submarine.
Well, Kim, you don't necessarily
inside.
have control as to where you go right now. But maybe, then you can restrain her and bring her inside the submarine.
Instead, I will not persuade. I will kindly ask that my fellow sailors assist me in getting Kim onto the submarine. Whether they decide to is completely up to you, I guess.
So the Robert says, "Look, I don't know what's going on right now, but we gotta hurry up. Whatever we're gonna do needs to be done right now, because I don't think we got long.
We need to get out of here. But we should probably restrain her and get her onto the sub. Holy shit.
So Robert grabs Kim and picks her up from her back. Like he grabs her across her arms, lifts her up, and he's like, "Okay, let's go, let's go." And you, Kim, obviously you're kicking and screaming and going all sorts of insane. All right, you guys get to the submarine. Go ahead and all right, let's see how this goes. All right, and Robert says, "Well, I saw him driving the submarine, so I might be able to pull it off. Ultimately, I paid for it, so how hard can this be?"
I don't know if that's any metric to measure your capability, but you're probably better off than me. Yeah, he is.
All right. So he starts, he starts getting the submarine outside of the cavern. Finally, he gets the submarine outside of the cavern, but you guys notice that there's some mermaid that are following you, and some mermaid and some merman. Also, you notice how there seems to be some sort of earthquake going on, and apparently, that city area, whatnot, has not necessarily risen, but also you can tell that Father Dagon and Mother Hydra have, on the distance, are going up to the surface. And you guys take off, eventually lose the mermaid, and head on to the coast to, I don't know, right here, I guess.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys get down there. So, what do you guys want to do? By then, Kim will be a lot more calmer, and Kim, I am very sorry to do this to you, but we're gonna need to figure it out exactly how has this little
Phobia rolling.
moment affected you. So I need a 1d17, please.
A fear of the ocean.
1. All right. And I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a 1d6, please. Actually, no. Sorry. Hold on. Hold that. 1d24, please. 23. All right. So this is what your phobia is. I mean, you couldn't get any worse than that.
Thanks.
So every time that you see somebody, now you kind of freak out the moment you see them. You're very you feel very insecure, unsafe around anything that looks like a human being.
I'm never leaving my room again.
You are, obviously you've been with Dan all along, so you know that Dan doesn't necessarily mean you harm, but you're very afraid of the way that he looks, of what he looks like. So
That
Robert
is a terrible phobia.
Robert goes ahead and says, "Well, how are you guys planning to? What are you guys planning to do?"
So So she's permanently deaf, and she's afraid of anything and everything that has a humanoid shape.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh,
Oh, this was
you've
a one-time
effectively
only
killed
character.
her. You've killed her without killing her.
Well, no, I didn't
Oh
kill
my
her.
god!
All this was.
I feel so sorry for this character.
I'm not having good luck with any of the characters.
You're not going to be able to do any of your jobs. You can't look through history books at all.
Well, as long as there's no pictures.
Exactly.
I guess. Do you even have enough money to live as a recluse? That's what you're going to have to do.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
forget
pay
the
us money.
$1,000 now because, obviously your captain's dead.
Well, the millionaire was the one paying us, and
Yeah.
he's still with us.
And well, so Robert will tell you then, okay, so I fear that this may have not been a very good idea. And
Really?
Really?
well, you can't hear him, by the way.
I am scribing for her then.
And then he
Really?
says, I honestly don't know anything. I don't know anything about this kind of history, so I thought, I was doing it good for mankind. However, at the same time, I think that we have, or we might have, unleashed a something devastating to this world.
Oh, we forgot to close the door. Eee.
Well, yeah, you guys saw Mother Hydra and Father Dagon getting out.
Well, shit. Um. Yeah, we're kind of fucked.
So, now you guys will need to figure out something.
I don't know what we do. So we've got to fight two, like, deity level gods. And maybe seal off in inverted commas, quotation marks, Atlantis.
So Robert says, "Look, I don't know what those big creatures were, but they're on the loose. I fear that they're gonna cause some destruction. I wonder if we can get enough guns, maybe the army can take them down. What do you think? Should we contact the authorities? Do you think we'll be in trouble?"
I don't know if we'd be in trouble, but the real issue is whether they'll believe you. Do you have enough pull in the media? Some kind of contact in the government?
All we have is my pictures.
Oh yeah, we do have some pictures, but we're drawing, so it could be abstractions.
Drawn by this insane deaf woman.
Yeah, the insane deaf woman who's afraid of all people.
So what if well, I think we should bring this lady to a hospital or something. I don't think she's doing very well.
Yeah.
My house. I'm going to go to my house, and I'm not leaving it ever again.
Oh no, we've ruined another life.
I mean, he puts his hand in his pocket. He grabs his wallet. He takes some money out and he just hands it to you, Kim. And he puts his hands together and he bows to you and he's like, "Bye." Like he just doesn't know what to say to you.
It's just so sorry.
Yeah.
I do the Jane Jetson and grab his wallet, not the money he's handing me.
I mean, you can try. Don't know if you feel sorry for you after that.
So, all right. Then, Kim, this will be the moment for you to decide if you want to continue on with that character or you want to switch characters.
I think I'll switch characters.
All right. How to successfully destroy a character. What character do you want to use?
I think I will go with the brand new one, Belinda.
Belinda. All right. Belinda. Sylvia is retired for the moment. All right. So, back in Arkham, there are reports on the radio, and also in Florida, you guys can hear on the radio that there are some strange creatures that have been seen coming out of the water, and pretty much what they did was they went all the way through the Gulf, and they're heading to California. I mean, they're heading towards California, and they're causing massive devastation on their way. They seem to be trying to get to the other side of the water, based on what things are saying. Somebody, it's on the radio says, "Big creatures have appeared from the water." The sailors were all content. They thought they were big fish, that they were just popping out, and once they will come out of the water, they will die. But ultimately, they have gotten in land, and then on the land, they just caused massive destruction. I've seen the craziest things ever. There's reports of people that have gotten next to them and started bowing to them, and they will be crushed on their way as they were walking by. They will just step on them and crush them. I don't understand really what's going on. They seem to be heading towards the other coast, followed by these hooded figures. There's this man wearing hoodies like robes. I don't know. The National Guard seems to have been alerted already and is on their way. So, all right. At all this, so Dan, now you are with Robert over there. And Kim, we're gonna go ahead and say that conveniently your character was vacationing over there in Florida when you heard of the of these figures.
Daddy, we should totally take the yacht and go see what they're talking about.
Okay, as an introduction.
And go ahead and roll persuade. You might persuade your dad.
The character just doesn't get coming because they failed to persuade their father.
Like, wait,
Yeah. Your dad goes like, "Yeah, no, you're crazy."
Do you have any other social skills, like a charm, maybe?
Farm, yes. Farm is good.
Yeah, try charm, that might work.
Oh, no.
Or
not
not.
really.
Your father is disgusted by it.
And I'm now deaf again.
You lose 10 to your appearance.
All right. So, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that is a critical failure.
So, whenever you were trying to charm your dad, you discovered that by bending your body and maybe trying to look cute in a certain way, like sideways, whatever, while you talked, and you seem to think that that actually worked for you really well, and unfortunately, every time you do that, that will, well, now that you did it, that got you affected physically. Your body kind of like shook intensively out of some sort of nervous titch that you got. And we're gonna go ahead and say that. Hold on. Give me just a second. Let me get to your character sheet. No, that's not you. Alright. So, go ahead and roll a 1d30, please. No, 1d30. 30.
You are just getting fucked up by these rolls. Oh,
Okay.
man.
8. Alright. So, your appearance, you lose 8 points to your appearance, which it is already at 35. So, your face kind of like now is like facing on one side. It's kind of like pulling down, and in your head it's kind of like tilted to one side, with your shoulder almost touching your head when you walk, and you kind of hump. I mean, you're starting to hump a little bit. You know,
So
you
now
get
it
a
was
to get a
emotion.
lump. Huh? What?
Now I'm Quasimodo.
Yeah, somewhat like that. Yeah. So your dad looks at you and says, "Are you okay, honey? You know what? I feel bad for you. I realize that you wanted to go really badly to see this thing, but I don't really think I can afford to lose you, my dear daughter. So
Are
and
you
and
sure? Look at me.
and especially after seeing what just happened to you, I don't really think it's a good idea to put you in more danger. Um, but then I also think that you should live life to the fullest at the same time. So let me bring you into the coast, and then give you some money. And if you want to go, you can find your way there and do what you want to do. But I cannot, in good faith, bring you into the hands of death." Hunchback.
I thought for a second you were throwing her a bone by helping her get to shore anyway. Not quite.
All right. So as you are dropped on the coast, your dad actually drops you right here, back in Kissimmee, where Dan was. Dan, you notice. I mean, you're still within the town. You haven't gone anywhere, but you notice that the emergency system alarms start going off. Hardcore, like super loud, loud as they can get.
Let's check it out. See what's going on.
All right, so people start screaming, "We have to get out of here! We have to get out of here now! There's a huge tsunami heading our way." If you look at the coast, you can see that there seems to be a pretty tall wave heading your way. And that tall wave seems to be coming from every single direction where the water is. So it's about to hit the whole east and west side of the United States.
What the fuck?
Climb the tallest building?
No, that would be counterproductive. The only way to avoid it is if you were already like hundreds of feet below the surface of the ocean. That's the only way we survive this, or by some sheer luck at sturdy buildings.
If only I knew somebody with a submarine.
I don't even. Okay, how fast is this traveling? How far out is it? How long do you think it will take for the wave to hit?
Well, the wave. Give me a second. Let me pull the other map. So a wave of that magnitude will probably, I want to say, we'll get at least to half the state of Florida, at least. So you guys will need to be. I mean, you're right now in Kissimmee. Hold on a second. Where is Kissimmee in this map? Right there. Okay, no, you wouldn't be in Kissimmee. Kissimmee is what it shows over there, but you will be like on Cocoa Beach, right next to Daytona, around the area over there. So you will need to be anywhere from there up north, and then also on the west side of the state. So you need to start heading west like yesterday. In order to avoid certain death.
Is there an airport close? I mean,
There is an
I can see
airport.
the wave, it should already be too late.
Yeah, there is an airport. No. You can see the wave on the very big, on the very distance. I mean, you don't see the wave like in front of you, but you see it like way back there.
How long would that take to get here?
To get to the airport,
Uh,
or to get where?
for the wave to arrive.
For the wave to arrive, let's say 45 minutes.
20.
45.
Okay.
45.
Okay, so we have two options: plane, or we'd have to go like at least 300 feet below the surface of the ocean in order to avoid the effects.
Which there's no such place in Florida. Let me tell you.
Well, shit, I don't know the geography of that. Okay.
Florida doesn't have any hills or mountains, my friend. It's flat.
Oh no, I mean under the ocean.
Right, but you said over the
No, under.
the sea level.
Yeah, if you go at least 300 feet below sea level, you can mostly avoid the effects of a tsunami.
Oh, below sea level. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
no, but
I think it's between
you're not.
300 and 700.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna find anything
I don't
like
know
that
how to
either.
do that and not die.
Yeah. Okay, how long would it take us to A, get to the airport? We have a millionaire with us, so I don't think we'll have any trouble finding a plane.
To get to the airport, I don't know. Go ahead and roll a 1d20. 12
Okay,
minutes.
Okay, the biggest issue is it could be a very popular place to be going in this circumstance.
Yeah, you might have
We
to.
can go
I
to
mean,
the private hangars. We don't have to go to
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah,
main-
we're still with the millionaire, right?
yes.
Extreme success. Hey, mate, you wouldn't happen to have a plane of some sort, would you?
Um, no, Robert doesn't have a plane. At least not there in Florida.
Damn it! What a useless millionaire.
Well,
Um.
he doesn't live in Florida.
Okay, how much money do you have on you, Robert?
Robert says, I don't know. Why?
Because at the moment, one of our leading ideas is going to the airport to avoid the effects of the tsunami and get in the plane, get above the wave. But the issue is, it's probably going to be a very popular spot for people trying to avoid the wave.
He says to
So if you
you,
have enough money, you could bribe your way
I think
through
the
like
issue is
that.
a little different.
Actually, to be fair,
You poor people and
it
your
is a huge
simple
tsunami.
ideas. He says, you think money is going to be the issue? No, money is not the issue right now because we got what we got. Nobody's going to buy what we don't have. And I don't have thousands of dollars to give to, somebody for an airplane ride. But what we do have is that whether A, we can try to buy a ride, and if we cannot find anything to buy a ride, well, you're going to have to be a pilot, or someone is. Maybe some of those fellas that are coming with us too. I don't know.
Are any of the fellows with us pilots?
Let me see. Tell you right away. Nope. Disgraced professor. Oh, dang it. Author. Whose is this? Okay, this is not even someone. Another
But
author.
if we go to the airport, we might be able to find a pilot.
Yeah, we might be able to hire one.
So no,
Uh,
none of the fellas that are with you are pilots.
okay.
So let's ditch him.
So does this millionaire have any money on him right now?
He has some money.
Anything?
He might have some money.
Okay.
He tells you that he has some.
Okay, well, we definitely have 1,000. No, we don't, because the deaf woman fucks off. Oh no.
No, but I have money. Let's go.
You have money. Did you bring your wallet, your purse with you?
Well, her
always
daddy
have
gave her
Uh,
money.
Okay, good. How much money?
We're gonna go ahead and
I
say
have
that
a lot of money.
her daddy gave her $300.
Okay, we
Okay, so in my
might
character
be able to
creation
get something.
for this character under dilettante, it gave me a spending level of 5,000 and my cash is 50,000.
Okay, okay.
Fucking what?
But over there on the beach,
So let's go to the airport.
where you were, since your daddy dropped you from his boat, wearing nothing but your swimsuit, he handed you $300, and that's all he gave you.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Well, he sucks.
Okay, 300 should hopefully be enough. Yeah, is the supposed millionaire who covers.
Yeah, he is going, and he's got
Yeah, he's gonna come.
the rest of the group also there.
How many sailors are there with us?
So what?
How many people are with us right now, aside from us and the millionaire?
One, two, possibly three people.
Okay, we should be able to get a plane if we can find somebody who's hiring.
Yeah, we should try.
Yeah. Another concern is that they've already left.
Well,
It's the only idea I've
the
got.
longer you keep planning and talking, the more chances of somebody leaving there are.
Yeah, I guess we should just get straight there then. Yeah, with no way of getting deep enough. Uh, yeah, yeah, airport, airport.
Okay. All right. So you guys, how do you guys propose to get to the airport?
Is there anybody in a car nearby?
Is there anybody in what?
Is there anybody near or in a vehicle right now, like parked up,
Oh, you want to know
about to
if
set
there's a
off?
vehicle around you? Go ahead and roll spot
Yeah,
hidden. Yes, there's somebody getting on a vehicle right now.
they're
Uh,
like they're panicking, they're getting into a car.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stand maybe 2 feet behind them and point my gun at them.
Okay.
Sorry, I will need to acquire this vehicle. I don't think I have an intimidate. Perhaps I could persuade them.
And and the person just says, "But, but I gotta go save my family. I gotta go save my family. I can't. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to shoot me if you want to take my car. I can't just let you take the car. My family's in danger."
And really sympathize with that man. Like really is gut wrenching that I don't want to die.
I
Shooting.
can't let my family die either. My family's coming, and we're all going to escape.
Does the millionaire look at all concerned about us?
The millionaire looks at you and says, "Look, I've been funding everything until now. There's no way I'm killing a guy. You want to kill
Oh,
him?"
fuck's sake. You are responsible for this. You. Okay.
How am I
Okay, well, if we
responsible?
don't
This
do
wasn't
this,
just my idea. We wouldn't have gone at all if you and your lady friend wouldn't have agreed to go.
don't pin the blame on me, you rich fuck.
It's the truth.
Uh,
We
I don't
needed
want to shoot this
experts to
guy.
go there, and once we got them, there was no stopping the old man. I
Well, yes,
managed
you
to
don't fund
stall him for
funding,
a
but
long time.
uh, this man spent a lot of time justifying his actions to himself. Um,
And
I don't want to
so
shoot this
Robert
guy, but we're
says,
kind of against the
"Look, man, I get that you're trying to save your family, but where are you heading to?" And let's see where they heading to. He says, "We're heading to the airport." Well,
fine, but I'm not lowering my gun.
can we catch a ride with you? Yes, we will happily give you a ride if you don't kill us.
Okay,
So,
that seems to resolve itself. I didn't need to kill anybody.
so they'll give you a ride as long as you don't kill them, because they understand of the precarious situation that everyone finds themselves in. So they tell you to get in the car. The family gets in the car. You know, it's like we got at least, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people inside of a economy type car back of the 1920s. Um, Maybe like a 4T or something like that. Some people sitting on hanging from the roof. Some of you like holding yourselves from the sides, and the guy goes with a lot of work. You finally make it to the airport. At the airport, you notice that the place is like packed. People are just going crazy everywhere, running, screaming, yelling. "Oh my goodness! Please save us! Somebody's gotta give us a ride out of here! What are we gonna do?" And the guy driving says, "Oh no, we're too late. We're not gonna be able to get anybody to get us out of here. So he stops the car. He's like, "Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see what we can do. I wish you the best of luck." He looks at Belinda. Is that Belinda the character? Hold on. Belinda. Yeah. Looks at Belinda. Says, "I wish you the best of luck, and may God be with you." So what do you guys do now?
I think we should head to see if there's any private planes.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the millionaire, so hopefully it should work out.
So the millionaire says, "Well, I think it might have been referring to the private planes. 'Cause I don't know any planes that will just casually, happily, happen to leave at this time for a whole state. But I don't necessarily see a lot of pilots, but I do see a lot of planes. Some of them are getting people are getting in them, and however, there seems to be a bunch of those hangars closed. You know what? There's in hangars most times.
Yeah.
Planes?
Maybe we should go into one of them and see what we can find."
Yeah, if there's a pilot cowering in their hangar, they're a bit dense. I'll be honest. Yeah, let's fit in the hangars. Yes. How much time do we have left?
Right now you will have about 10 minutes.
Shit, we've got to get on the double then.
All right, so you head over there. You see that there's a closed hangar. Now, how do you propose to open the hangar or to be able to get in it?
Okay, in what way is it closed? Is it locked? No. What's the deal?
It's got a gate that is closed.
Okay. Does it appear to be locked, or can we just like push it open?
Go ahead and roll your strength.
So it's not locked.
Well, we'll see. Not
Hard
locked.
success. Okay, cool. And I open the door.
All right, so you pull the gate up and it opens, and you see. Go ahead and roll spot hidden. A nice airplane, private airplane.
Okay, is there a pilot inside?
No pilot around.
Okay, so we're kind of... Okay, are there... Oh, no. Okay. Okay, there are all sorts of ways to get around this, but you need some expertise with flying to perform them. I think the most dangerous operation would be takeoff.
Robert says, "Look,
Does Robert know how to fly a plane?
do you want to drown or do you want to die falling off an airplane?" He says, "I'd much rather take my chances falling off the airplane."
Okay, what's the like starting stat on flying? You have to take a flying stat. Oof. Does anybody even have like a minimal ranking in flying, or are we just fucking winging this?
Robert has, let's see, pilot airplane. What are those? I don't see the pilot airplane anywhere.
Yeah, you have to take it in order to even have the minimum stat.
Oh, additional, probably. No, not that. Not that. Pilot airplane. Let's see.
Yeah, it's a specialization, so you don't start with it. The stat starts at a 1%.
Let's see what this is. Yeah, Robert's got a 1.
Well, um, that's not a very high chance, is it? Hmm.
What do y'all want to do? You want to die? You want to go? What do we do? We don't have any more time for this.
So we have a 1% chance of not dying.
So far,
You're
yeah.
lucky you hit the right buttons.
I guess we're gonna rely on critical success, like unless there's something alternative we can roll, like no, you can't pick up flying that quick.
I mean, how
Yeah,
hard can
we just
it
gotta
be?
rely on that.
All we gotta do is just get an half speed and just pull up. I think that we will be fine just taking off. I think that we're just gonna crash and burn on our way down. He says.
But to be fair, yeah, there's a lot less to flying. You don't have to go through air traffic protocol and that type of thing. Okay,
Well,
yeah, sure. Let's give it a shot.
all right.
I'm already in the plane.
Yeah, we've got a 1% chance of dying, living.
So he gets in the airplane and he tells all the other gentlemen, "Okay, let's all get on the airplane. Come on, we're going. We're going. We have to do something to stop the disastrous this debacle from happening that this gentleman and his lady girlfriend have created."
What? Why am I getting blamed, you rich cunt?
Because you agreed to go. That's why we ended up going.
What the fuck do you mean? This whole expedition would not have happened if you hadn't funded it.
Or if you
What
wouldn't
the
have
fuck do you
gone.
mean?
Fly now, argue later.
Or if you wouldn't have
Okay, we'll
gone.
fly now, but I'm gonna fucking kill you one of these days, I swear to God.
Like, the whole plan is in jeopardy because of this man. Let's go. Let's hurry up.
What do you mean me? What the fuck? Why am I getting blamed for this? You're the fucking guy that funded the entire expedition. It
Nope.
wouldn't have happened without you.
We wouldn't have gone without the experts.
Yeah, and if I hadn't gone, someone else would have, because you were offering a huge payout for a curious job.
No, because he was only interested in you and the lady.
I cannot believe
He
this
told me
millionaire is
so.
already trying to fob the blame off on someone else. I
He
cannot
told me
believe
so
this.
because he told me that it was a once in a lifetime, and that's why we were offering you such high payout, because we knew that you guys were it. Well, he
Okay,
knew.
so he gets a 1% chance of passing, right?
Yes.
Can I also take a 1% chance of passing?
Yeah. Everybody
Okay.
can.
Are we in the plane right now?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say that you guys get on the plane. You guys, hold on real quick. That way we can start the plane. Give me just a second. Where is that stat? There it is.
Okay, just out of character. Honestly, this guy is a piece of fucking work. It's been like 20 minutes at most, and he's already trying to fob all the blame off on someone else. Like, Jesus.
You might have to fall out of the plane.
Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy for a second. Look at this shit.
He's like, I can't
Mechanical
start the
repair.
airplane. I'm gonna need some help here.
Fuck's sake.
Whew. You cut your finger off with that. Go ahead and roll a 1d3.
Why do you keep getting critical failures?
No. I'm already a hunchback. My other character's deaf.
That's 3
Go
times
ahead
now.
and
It's
roll a
3
1d3.
times.
3, okay. So, and go ahead and roll 1d2. Okay. So, you cut your pointing finger, your ring finger, and then the next finger, the one right next to the pinky. You slice those right open. And at this point, Robert looks at you and says, "What are you doing? No, no, no!" He breaks his shirt valiantly. He's like, "Lady, please, you're in no shape whatsoever to be doing this. Please leave this to the men. We'll take care of this. You just..." He wraps the piece of shirt around your fingers. It's like, "You just go sit down inside. We'll be there. Just escape in just a moment."
I do.
Oh, I wish. I am hating right now that this character knows nothing about aviation. I wish I made a character more in line with my knowledge. Oh, that's painful.
It's like, "Okay, let's try this again."
Okay, let's try again. Roll your mechanical repair. Come on.
Finally, the airplane starts. Okay, we got it. So who? Okay, so I guess everybody's just gonna roll the pilot airplane until you guys. Well, actually,
Yes,
you don't
not
have to
even
roll it
actually
right
roll.
now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do it this way because I have a feeling that nobody's gonna be able to pilot this airplane otherwise. So go ahead and figure out who's gonna pilot the airplane.
I'm gonna sit in the back.
Okay.
I don't want Robert piloting because I need to kill him at some point. I need to do it. I just have to. Okay. No, I have a plan. I have a plan.
Okay, so who's piloting the airplane?
Robert's got to pilot.
Okay. So
I have an idea.
all right, so he manages to get the airplane in the sky, and as he takes off, you see the water starting to hit and destroying everything in its path. You see airplanes floating around, cars, houses. Half the state is in despair, and one half of the state is completely underwater. Definitely the southern hemisphere of the state is like completely underwater, and then the west side of the state is just, getting washed away. All right, so you guys start piloting, and let's see how long the airplane will take you. Give me a second. Let me figure out how far where you are. So let's go ahead and say here. Okay. So that is. I'm trying to get miles.
Did we crash?
Hold on.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. You guys have not crashed
I
yet.
feed the dogs real fast.
So we're talking about. Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll a 1D. Okay, actually, Robert's gonna roll it. Roll 1D. Wow. Okay. All right. And all right, so you guys managed to get apparently somehow all the way to California. So now you guys are gonna you're gonna have to get off the airplane. So,
Yeah, we're gonna have to land it.
yeah. So at that point, Robert says, "All right, fellas, we're here. So we have a couple of options when it comes to landing. We can try to land the plane, or we can try jumping out and letting the plane land itself." Those of you that don't want to jump out, you're more than welcome to stay in the plane. Those of you that would consider jumping out, make sure you look for life preservers in the plane, or parachutes.
Okay, so are we still over water or are we over land now?
No, you're over the lane.
Okay, yeah.
Let's look for parachutes first.
Parachutes.
Yep. Parachutes. Probably won't last not too long, but better than nothing.
What are we rolling?
Spot hidden.
Yeah. Well, spot hidden again to find another one.
Alright, so. Okay. So, Dan, go ahead and roll your luck.
Okay.
So, there are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, roll a 1d6.
That is a one.
You find one parachute.
Well, shit. Has Robert found a parachute yet?
No, Robert's piloting the plane.
Oh, he's still piloting. Okay.
Yeah, Robert says, "Hey, have you had any luck yet? Did you find any parachutes?"
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I still haven't found one. Just give me a second.
Okay. All right, so he's still piloting now in circles. It's like, okay, well, let me know when you find them. And if you don't find any, I'll just try to land.
Yes, very good, very good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Kim, do you want to jump off or should I?
Just go. You found it. Go.
Okay. I.
Well, you can always
it's
try
gonna
to
be
jump
a death
together
stop. It's
if
gonna
you
be
want.
close.
You guys can try to jump together if you want.
But that'd probably be like an additional strength roll or something, which I
Well,
not
yeah,
get.
you will have to roll strength. Both of you.
I'm quite likely to just drop Kim into the abyss.
Hey,
It's fine. Just go.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances with the plane.
How high is your dex, Kim?
70.
Exactly equal with mine. Okay.
My strength is 50.
I'm jumping. Goodbye. I rolled a 2.
Bye.
Absolutely no guilt as a quad.
all right. So, you jump off the airplane. You open the door in the airplane, and you jump out. At that moment, the airplane just shakes uncontrollably because of the loss of pressure. And Robert says, "Gosh darn it, I knew it. He betrayed us. He took the parachutes and jumped out. I knew that it was all his fault all along. See, I told you. He was the reason why we're going through this. And he just doesn't want us to be able to save the world. He's saving himself. Look at that. We should probably hunt him down
Right,
and
hold
kill
on,
him if we
Megathrax.
find him now.
Worry about getting down safely first.
We'll see. We'll see. I will try my best. But definitely if I find him, he should perish.
As soon as I land, I'm getting ready to go to war.
Alright, let's see.
I don't care if it's slightly out of character. I'm killing this fucking guy.
Let me see. Okay. Hold on. Alright. What's... Alright, so he
can spend it.
he buys with luck the 4
Yeah.
points and lands the airplane safely and sound.
Okay, have I landed as well?
Yes.
Were the men armed? Did I notice that?
Well, you all had handguns last time you checked, remember?
Okay, everybody has a handgun. Alright.
I do not. I have a bikini.
Oh yeah, because you're completely new. Yes. Alright, do I see them land?
Yeah, you see him land, and go ahead and roll roll luck. Okay.
Okay, I'm very
So
lucky.
you're not tangled up with the parachute or anything. You just landed, very gracefully, and there you are.
Okay, how occupied is this airfield?
You're not on an airfield.
That's not an airfield. Where have I landed?
No, you
Just like
land.
a
You
field.
guys landed in San Diego, particularly. Let me tell you where. You guys landed. Well, I'm gonna say by the um, right before Highway 5. So you are, almost on the outsides of San Diego, I guess.
Okay, so there's not very many other people here.
Well, San Diego is a popular city. I mean, it's probably not as popular, but it's definitely popular. California's always been really popular since the 1800s. A lot of people used to go there to
Okay.
look for gold.
I'm gonna steel myself to kill this fucking rich guy.
So he lands a plane.
Actually, I'm gonna try and persuade the crew first.
He lands the plane, and he says, "Everyone, you've seen what he did. Thanks to me, I was able to save all of us and land the plane. I hope you guys are
Okay,
ready to
can the
do what
crew
is
roll intelligence or
necessary.
something?
I hope you guys are ready to do what is necessary to get us that revenge we need, especially after how he put in jeopardy the world, and now he also put in jeopardy our lives. And you,
Okay.
lady,
Question, Mega.
over
Can
there,
you
he
please
left
make every
you.
member of crew roll intelligence for that?
Huh?
Because that is outrageous.
Well,
I don't care if it's a hard intelligence, just any chance that these people are smarter than dirt.
about the fact that you jumped out of the airplane with the only parachute without saying
No,
anything?
but she's the reason we went and, like, caused what could possibly be the end of the world. That's the only thing I care about. I definitely abandoned them.
Okay. Yeah, sure, why not?
You know, they attacked me for that, that's fair enough. But the end of the world thing, I had fuck all to do with that.
Just a sec.
You know, if I'm maybe going to die, it's not going to be with his guilt on me. There we go.
Hold on, what? That was a hard. Wow. And Belinda.
Belinda's already rolled intelligence.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And where's Jake's character? I don't
So
think
that's
Jake
3 out
made a
of 4
character.
crew.
I don't think Jake made a character yet. So it's that. So you got the.
Okay, so there's one man with him.
So you got Robert plus one other guy that are looking to shoot to thrill.
Okay, so
All right. So what's next?
I'm here to play. Do I see Robert getting off the plane?
Who goes there?
Just in time, Evan. Okay, I'm gonna catch you up.
Okay.
So, so we went to some kind of Atlantis place. Uh, Turns out, Dagon shit's going on over there. So, Mother Hydra, or no, Father Dagon and Mother, I don't
Mother
know,
Hydra.
whatever you call it.
Hmm?
Yeah, they've been summoned by mermaid dudes. We've basically unsealed a tomb, and now they've escaped. A huge fucking tsunami hit either side of the US. We just barely escaped it by the millionaire who hired us. He spent all of his luck to save us. But he is a corrupt piece of shit who's trying to blame everything on me for taking the job as a professor. He's saying the mission never would have gone forward if I hadn't signed up. Motherfucker is lying.
I can't believe that's what you're
Lying for his
focusing the
fucking teeth.
story on.
This never would have gone forward if he hadn't funded it. I'm sick of this shit.
So we have to take revenge on him before the world ends. Yes,
I'm
Oh,
getting choose
God.
something I don't even fucking do.
All right, Evan.
So yeah, I'm about to open fire on him now. He's getting a plane.
Evan, what really happened was you guys were hired by this guy who knew where Atlantis was, and you decided to go. There was a very old captain, and he had this guy Robert, which was a millionaire, that he was funding the expedition. So when he ultimately hired you guys, whatever, for $1,000 to go to the trip, you guys went. You guys found Atlantis. Well, mostly Dan and Robert found Atlantis.
Yeah. Is my guy there with them?
Yes,
Like,
yes, you were hired passively, meaning that you wasn't really there, but eventually they hired you. They talked to you at some point, whatever you agreed. You went as part of the crew, as a sailor, supporting character, whatever. Then finally, when you were escaping, unfortunately, Kim's older character had a brain fart over there. She went crazy. She also had a couple of issues.
Death.
Yeah, death and crazy.
Yeah, she's afraid of anything humanoid.
Yeah. So she decided to change characters. Father Dagon and Mother Hydra ultimately created a tsunami, which was going to hit the West Coast, at least the West Coast. Well, it was supposed to hit all around the United States. So you guys were finally on the coast of Florida, decided that you needed to escape, got an airplane. At that point, Robert decided to blame all this on Dan and on Kim, not Kim's current character, but the previous character, saying that if they wouldn't have signed up for the mission, they would have never gone, because ultimately the old guy wanted Dan's character and wanted Kim's character to go, as they were the previous survivor from the last campaign and whatever. So Dan got a little ticked off. Then they got into this airplane. They finally got the airplane to take off. Dan looked for parachutes. He found only one, but he didn't say anything. He only told Kim that there was only one parachute. He opened the door. He jumped out without saying anything to anyone. At that point in time, Robert talked everyone else except for you and Rithas. I'm sorry, you and Khufu maybe, about the fact that not only Dan puts you guys into danger by causing all this, but also he jumped out of the airplane with the only parachute without saying anything, almost causing you to crash. So Robert and this other guy are looking now to kill Dan while they try to stop whatever's going on. And Dan also has the willingness of killing Robert.
I'm going to kill Robert. He won't dodge my damn bullet.
You guys right now
Is if
are
we kill him,
in.
does that mean we don't get paid?
We can just take his wallet. He's loaded.
Well, no, I never said that he was
No,
full.
worst comes to worst, the only person we have to mug is a deaf woman who's afraid of humanoids. We're set. Hey man, practicality, you know? Oh wait, she's probably dead by now, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I thought I drowned.
Mm,
It was like
Yeah.
the ruins of the East Coast.
All right. By the way, Kim's current character is wearing a bikini, and she
which
has
sounds
nothing
San Diego
else
right now.
than a bikini and $300 worth of cash.
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm
her
a
current
hunchback.
character just has nothing except $300 basically.
What, Kim?
I'm a hunchback who's chopped off 3 fingers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened. She lost her fingers to the propeller.
And
Yeah,
became a
she got a-
hunchback.
she got a critical failure on her child roll, so she lost 8 to her parents. She's had 3 critical failures tonight, by the way.
That's kind of
That's why her
impressive.
previous character was in such a state.
All right.
So-
So, what's the plan?
So is he getting out of the plane right?
Oh yeah, everybody gets out of the plane.
Okay, can I see Robert?
I don't know. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
I see Robert.
Yes, you do see Robert. Hold on.
I
hold
open fire
on.
on Robert.
Oh god.
And this isn't out of character. I've been plotting this since before we
Ooh,
were
a
going to take off.
95. All right, I need Evan and Kim. Go ahead and roll a 1d2.
Okay, good. I was about to say that a malfunction would be 100.
One. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, roll again.
Oh, are they gonna get hit?
Okay, that's good enough. 2. All right, so Kim, go ahead and roll your dodge.
Oh
Accidentally
shit!
shot her.
For 8 damage, yeah. Oh,
Alright.
thank
Good.
fuck. That
Pretty good.
that was almost
Alright.
so bad.
So
I was
Robert,
afraid to push that button.
a second.
We got an extreme success though. Yeah, it looks like he should be dead probably.
Yeah, he should be. That's 20 damage. That is. Yeah, any. Yeah, he's probably dead.
29.
I assume that's what hidden was if he saw me at all. So. Does that mean he's just dead?
Who?
Robert.
I don't know. We'll see.
Uh,
hold on.
Oh, okay, this one must have been a mistake, huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those drawn out fights.
Damn it.
Alright.
Yep, okay.
And hold on a sec.
Yeah, and I can't shoot, so I'm just gonna uselessly blink at him and not hit him.
Oh shit, so I'm the only one who can fight here.
You
So
know
it's a
what?
2v1.
I have dynamite. Maybe I should just blow myself up.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Let's set my
that.
dynamite off and bear hug him.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's great.
Why has he got a grenade on him?
I'm sorry.
What
No,
the sh-
grenade?
And
Yeah.
why does he spell grenade like that?
Sorry, why does he have why does he have a grenada?
Well, grenade.
Why was he in
Whatever.
a submarine with a grenade?
Well, he. You don't know if he found one in the plane or whatever. He just got one.
He would not have a grenade on a plane, so he took that with him. That's my canon. What a fucking weird guy.
He broke a wooden crate and found grenades in it. Like,
Well, I extreme success on that dodge, so I think I'm fine.
Should we all roll dodge? Oh, I failed. Wait. hold
Well,
on.
no.
I don't think you're in range of it.
Yeah, roll
He's only Evan. You're not with Dan right now.
Oh, I'm not? Oh.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you're
no.
next to Robert.
You
right?
guys are next to Robert because you all got out of the same airplane, which by
Oh.
some sheer luck he
Yeah,
managed to
I
land
jumped
it.
out, yeah, I parachuted down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ultimately, the only one that is by himself is Dan, and he just threw a grenade. So Dan needs to roll, and he dodged it.
Extreme
Okay,
success. Yeah.
so he managed to run away from the grenade. So he's like, you see, guys, you see how he shot at us. He almost hit this poor lady that she's wearing nothing but a bikini. He's just trying to kill all of us.
Stop trying to frame me for your shit.
After
What
trying to
sort of
cause
psychotic madman would shoot
Af-
at a poor disabled lady in a bikini?
after trying to cause the end of the world. After
Oh, shut the fuck up. I definitely shot at you, but I didn't cause the end of the world, you rich fuck.
he's like, look, I
He
just
failed
provided the
slowly.
cash for this. He wanted you, and he's like, and then as he was talking, he's like, look, I'm tired of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot you right now. And when he grabs his gun out of his belt, he accidentally shoots it.
What is he saying? He's gonna shoot us? That's like,
He's gonna shoot me.
Oh,
I think he's gonna shoot me.
I thought he was like trying to persuade us that he was in the right, and he's just like, "Fuck it, I'll shoot you. I'll just shoot you up."
And he misses. By luck, he misses his own testicles while he shoots.
Shit. Oh,
Do you want your
I
shirt
wish he hit.
back?
Shouldn't he shoot himself in the testicles since he
No-
got like?
no, he just-
92?
He
well, it was a mistake to begin with.
No. He missed the shot. The 92 is not a 95, so he just missed a shot. But
Bro.
he did shot himself in the leg, so he's like on the floor, like I got money. Get me out of here. Let's go. We gotta save the world. We have to.
I don't even have to incriminate myself here. He's caused his own death. Well, isn't that dandy? Okay.
It's like, look, guys, come on. Help me out here. We have to stop the craziness that this man had started. Him and his crazy girlfriend that God only knows where she's at now, probably swimming with the fish, or if she's alive in some sort of insane asylum or in a basement. Poor woman.
Can't fathom that my esteemed colleague, Dr. Weatherford, could ever be responsible for such a thing.
He was.
Professor, yeah.
He was. You should have seen how he was interacting with the fish, and he even considered to stay there with the merman and the mermaid while Father Dagon, while those creatures were being summoned. We started running. I started running, and you and everyone else, even this lady that was with us, started running first. Poor soul, poor soul, and thanks to her that caused a distraction, I threw a grenade and I caused a big distraction, and I managed to get us all out of there. But if it wasn't for me, we would have died.
Okay, I'm going to put my gloves on and I'm going to grab his gun from off the floor.
But my gun is, but his gun is in his pocket. I mean,
Oh,
in
he's
his
still
pocket,
holding on to it.
in
Okay.
his pants. And yeah, that's where he shot himself.
Okay, how weakened is he? Would he be able to brawl with me if I got too close?
No, he's on the ground. He shot his leg. His leg is bleeding. He actually needs first aid, or eventually
Okay.
he's gonna die.
Well, I guess I'll just sit here, nursing my gun, waiting for him to bleed out.
While
If
they're
anybody else wants to
arguing,
finish him off quicker,
I'm
they
looking
can.
for a vehicle.
Okay, you want to find a vehicle? Go ahead and roll spot hidden. All right, you notice that there is a vehicle, a few blocks
God's
away,
sakes, man.
about 3 blocks away.
Yes, Desmond?
We must work together. The legends were true. The dread corpse city of Relay has risen from the murky depths.
Fuck, you are so
Maybe
good in
the
character.
The world hangs in the balance.
Yes, I believe you're right. We should save the world. Yes.
The There's
I
a
cannot
guy.
compare to your role playing here. Fucking hell.
there is a guy driving a car that he sees this lady in a bikini, hunchback, with her head attached to her shoulder, with a rag, wrapping
Bloody
around the
rag.
fingers, wearing nothing but a bikini, without shoes, holding some cash on her other hand, and he stops. Like, ma'am, are you okay? Are you
I need a
lost?
hospital.
Sure. Please come. Let me take you to the nearest hospital. Would you like to go to the nearest asylum?
No, I just need the hospital, please.
Okay.
Can we go now?
Yes, sure. We can go. Just get in the car.
I'm glad they didn't spot us doing our little watching a man bleed out on the floor deal. We're like fucking crows.
All right. So go ahead. The rest of you.
It makes sense.
The rest of you go ahead and roll spot hidden.
No, like going for the roleplay angle, it makes sense that she'd get as far away from us as she could right now.
What happened to Miss Kavanaugh?
All right, Miss.
Oh no, you don't notice it. Oh. You try to address it. Oh, she must be afraid. That's all.
Must be right behind me, just out of my field of vision. Where the devil else would she be?
All right, and Miss Gavinoff is gone. She got in the
It's fucked off.
in the car. And she's like, peace. Took off with her $300. And go ahead and roll your luck, Kim.
How much did we get paid last time? I actually don't remember.
2,000.
The guy. Okay. Alright, yeah.
1,000, damn.
Okay, so you managed to get to a hospital that hasn't been covered in water. So you're dropped at the hospital, and the gentleman brings you in. He's like, this lady, this poor soul. Look at her condition.
Can I
Please
also
help
Holy
her.
shit, wait. Oh no, I'm fine.
Please help her.
Ooh.
So you get admitted to the hospital as soon as you arrive. It's like, yeah, no problem. We'll put her in a stretcher. We'll just stretch her spine right up. All right, so the rest of you degenerates. What?
That's a
What
spicy way to
is the plan?
refer to us. I don't know. Has he bled out yet? Is he done?
No, but you guys notice that there's an earthquake, and as there is an earthquake,
Great.
you notice that this gigantic place, like this gigantic island, just finally finishes emerging. At the same time, you hear on the radio that in both coasts, in the coast of from the coast of Florida and from the coast of California, it can be seen that there's an island that has been emerged from the ocean. One seems to be the city of Atlantis, and the other one, the city of Riley, the old continent.
There, corpse city of Relay. The men of the dread god Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, you're an occultist, aren't you?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Legends were true.
So what's the plan?
Uh, what what the fuck can our plan be?
Yeah, I don't know.
We could maybe hire a boat, but who's willing to go to these
Hire a
weird
boat,
mystical lands?
get on an airplane,
messes.
do something.
We, it was pure fucking luck that we got that plane up and down again.
The legends are to be believed that the cultists who for so many years have served the dread Lord Cthulhu in secret will now emerge from the shadows to tear down the civilizations of man, and all will begin to go mad as the dread Lord Cthulhu emerges from his tomb.
So, what's the plan?
Anyway, I guess we should. Well, I
Oh,
mean, I
well.
guess we just have to go there and shoot things.
Yeah, we're
I don't know
like
how
a
well that'll work.
two-man team.
Well,
I don't know
you
what we're
know,
doing.
here's the thought. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you don't have to land the plane.
Well, here's an idea. What if? Wait, we're in Florida right now, right?
I think we're just off San Diego at the moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we're even further away. I was gonna say, what if we go to Arkham and try to find some sort of like supernatural book or something that we can use, come up with some sort of a magical solution. But
We got something along those lines. We got a book about Atlantis, and it taught me, you know, the drown spell that all those dudes have been casting all the time.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we've got that now. Got that.
okay,
Not that it works against most things.
yeah. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that there's very much the two of us could do really, especially since my guy can't really fight. But
Yeah, I think the Arkham idea might be the best, or
Yeah.
or some kind of equivalent.
I mean,
Because
that-
I think the best we can do is find some kind of professory way of doing it,
yeah.
for lack of a better word.
The thing is, Arkham is in Massachusetts, so that's like on the whole other side of the country.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think we'll be able to go there before whatever is going to happen happens.
No, it doesn't seem like you have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's universities. Like,
Yeah, there could be a local university
yeah. So I guess
that hopefully has it.
we'll go there and see if they have anything in their library that could help us to deal with an infestation of fish people.
Go ahead and roll. Um,
Hell, you might know something about it if you roll your call.
So
go
that's-
roll intelligence too.
I succeeded at all. Succeeded in intelligence.
Okay. Well, through the occult, you realize that in order
I know
to
nothing.
to stop what's happening right now, that you will have to dismiss Father Dagon and Mother Hydra. somehow in order for the or at least kill the priests that are probably trying to summon Cthulhu. Through intelligence, you probably figure that maybe you don't necessarily have to, land an airplane or whatever. Maybe if you can just, you know, just kill everyone without necessarily
Without
participate.
landing. Yeah. I mean, how are we gonna do that? So, like, in the 1920s, do they even have bomber planes? Well, actually, yeah, they should. They do because they had bombers in World War One. But I mean, I don't think it would be like what are we gonna be able to do? Like, what could we feasibly do to destroy an entire island? Like with the two of us.
I don't think we could even hire that much firepower.
No, I mean, if it's
Right.
assuming that this it's gonna be like a similar scenario to like the movies I've seen based on like Cthulhu Rising, that I'm guessing probably there's going to be lots of people going insane and like general chaos, and so it might be possible for us to break into places that we wouldn't normally be able to break into, like steal things we
Yeah.
wouldn't normally be able to steal. But even if we break into like a military base and steal some kind of a bomber plane, I don't I don't think like 1920s era bombers, like I don't I mean, even putting aside the fact that I don't think either of us can fly a plane, but like I don't think they would have anything that would let us like destroy an entire island.
Actually, with our qualifications, we might be able to convince some kind of militant group to assist us. Maybe.
That's a good idea.
That's about the best idea I've got. Other than that, it's
Yeah.
sling shit at a wall in the library and hope it sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
persuaded
there's
them
just
again. So
we just find a Necronomicon fragment just randomly. Oh yeah, it was just in a library in San Diego.
yeah, it was in the local library in the comic book section.
Yeah. Many people have passed by. It was just in there.
All right, so Kim, um, are you switching characters or are you staying with Valinda?
I have another backup made, so if you want to put a couple more sheets up, I'll make a couple more characters.
Yep. But do you have a backup right now?
Nope. So right now I'm stuck with
Okay.
Belinda.
And the deaf one who's scared of people.
Okay. So Belinda's in the
Well, she's
hospital
back.
right now.
She's probably drowned. She's
Oh,
still in
true.
Florida.
Yeah. She's probably dead. Well, she was deaf and scared of men and women, so therefore, not
Yeah.
necessarily a very bad thing. That character was
Yeah,
done.
Yeah.
yeah. Unless she was actually just kidnapped, there was no way she got off of that.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
was thinking she was gonna get kidnapped.
and I
I
heard
thought that's
that
what it was going.
you,
Well,
Evan, and then you guys want to go to the library.
uh,
I guess unless you have an idea, Dan, of somewhere we could go to try to persuade people to help us.
uh, I think the only opportunity is maybe if we can find any contact with local governments, find maybe a nearby military base.
Yeah.
But even then, it's a bit of a stretch that we'd be able to convince them.
Yeah. Well, is like art? What else is happening other than the tsunami? Is society
Islands have
breaking
risen.
down, or was that just something that I
Two
just?
islands have risen from the ground,
Uh,
from the ocean. That island, Riley, and then Atlantis.
Okay. Is there some sort of government response? Well, I guess we wouldn't know.
In the news, you guys heard eventually that the what was it that I called it? The National Guard was responding to Father Dagon and Mother Hydra walking across the United States to try
Oh,
to
so they're
get to that new continent.
they're walking across the United States.
Yeah, they were. They were about, I want to say, what, 8 hours ago.
Okay. Because like if that's happening, but things like if it's not like total anarchy yet, then that would make it probably harder to get into military bases because they'll all be on like high alert.
Hmm.
But I mean, if they're on the other hand, if there are giant fish people walking across the United States and they know about it, then they might be more inclined to believe us about the
Yeah, especially since you're like a professional in the field.
yeah,
And I'm a geologist, so maybe I have some knowledge on the islands.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Maybe we should go try. Or do you have persuade?
I do have a pretty good persuade, but I have been failing a lot tonight.
Okay. Well, I mean, I only have 10 persuade, but if you have persuade, maybe we should go try to convince them to listen to us.
Yeah, I have a 78, but as you can see, that doesn't work out very often.
Let's give it a try, I guess.
It's worth a shot.
And if that doesn't work, then we go to the library.
If that doesn't work, then you're dead.
Yeah.
True.
All right, so what's the plan then?
I guess we're going to a military base, whatever base is nearby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
military
go see
base,
what
try and call
base
someone,
nearby to
whatever
where you're at.
works. There's no
Oh.
military base nearby.
There's not. There's definitely military bases in San Diego.
Oh no, that's like a questioning thing.
I'm trying to look right now.
There's
If
not
I
a
get
military
really
base
Oh yeah, you
nearby.
have the naval air station in San Diego.
Okay, that sounds like a promising bet.
Okay, that could work out. That could work out. If it doesn't, we don't have any contacts in the government, do we?
No, not currently. No.
Beyond that, it's library and local government, I guess.
Even it's not with the FBI this time, so no.
Yeah. So yeah, but best we can hope for is library, military, or like the mayor or something.
Although when I am in the FBI, it doesn't seem like they're usually particularly helpful.
Yeah, they just don't care if someone was attempting.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have helped much.
They would probably blame me for
Yeah.
the apocalypse.
Like that fucking rich bastard was trying to do.
Mackie, what did you do?
Mackie,
Killed
why are the
everyone.
islands rising.
All right, so you guys
What have you
go
done?
to the military station, which is like an island, and you guys get there, and obviously you see that it's deserted.
Oh,
What? Oh,
Well,
these
yeah.
fucking cowards.
Turns out
Ah.
that the tsunami also hit California.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Wait, so is the
great.
city is the city destroyed or is it just this base?
Well, it's the city and most of the stuff that is on the coast.
Okay.
Luckily, California has hills, so therefore not everything was lost. But the
Mhm.
base definitely got flushed away in water. Everybody got killed.
Well, that's great. Library and mayor then, I guess. Our short list is becoming shorter.
What are you guys
Hmm.
looking for on the base?
Well, I
Oh,
was
the base.
yeah, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we'll try to convince them to like send ships
Yeah.
and or planes to bombard the island.
Well,
Yeah, we were kind of just hoping for troops.
you know, you don't have
munitions.
boats over there, but everything else, I mean, you may be able to find it, or maybe you can find a boat that it might have been like securely attached somehow.
I doubt that the two of us would be able to effectively like man.
Well, it's not just the two of you. Remember, Rith's character is there also, and you may be
we
able
could
to
try
recruit.
find, seamen in the local town.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that
Try to
too.
convince them to help us attack the island. They're all going to die,
Yeah.
of course.
Anybody who's experienced with using a ship. Beyond that, we need somebody who's good at using bombarding weapons.
We're just gonna jack a military ship. Anybody experienced?
Well, well, we're not looking for people experienced in jacking a ship. We're just looking for people who know how to move well.
Please, you must listen to us. The creatures that are rampaging across the Midwest and the islands that have risen from the sea are connected, I tell you. They're connected. We must act quickly or all of us will be dragged down into the murky depths from which those beasts came.
All right,
You
fellas.
must heed my words.
We're gonna
or it
call
is
it a
too
night.
late.